It's the Espresso Podcast with 𝗀𝗵𝗴 𝗪𝗏𝗏171. Yeah. That's right. God damn it. Why does this sound like, you know when you're like, your iPhone just makes like a picture collage of all your pictures? It's like last October 2019. It's just a bunch of dumb pictures of you, like, and like all like messed up selfies and shit. And they just throw like a default sound behind it, and it's always this right here. Like the most dramatic shit. It's like a picture of like some drunk ass food you ordered.
Untagged for free.
Fuck, okay, sorry. Well. Alright, what's up? 𝗪𝗏171 Espresso Podcast with 𝗀𝗵𝗴. Remember to follow on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Cameo, YouTube, all at 𝗀𝗫𝗵𝗴. Got shows coming up this Thursday. White Pine Academy in Broad Ripple. Brent Terhune headlining. He's blowing up all over the internet. But we'll be up in there. It's going to be a good show. Come through. I'll have details in my bio. I think I'm doing some shows August 11th, 9th. Hold on. I don't know the date ever. How do people just know? Like the 9th is a Saturday. You know, you ever just hear somebody say that? You're like, how the fuck would you ever know that? That's next level mom shit. And you're just like, oh. I haven't lived long enough to know shit like that, you know? When somebody says something, you're just like, that's something I gotta... Some shit you just can't learn, you gotta experience it. That's the only way I learn anything, it's just by fucking up. That's why every time like somebody gets a new job or something like that, I'm like, congrats on the new job, but you're gonna be a big piece of shit for about 2 years before you actually know what's going on. I can't learn anything. I gotta just fuck everything up, and then I'm like, oh, the building's like in flames. I'm like, oh, okay, hey, gotta do it the hard way, or else I'll never know. Fire trucks. Yeah, but I think August 19th, 20, and 21, I might be in Louisville. I'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, I had shows this past weekend at Helium. And they were so fire. I've never had a weekend like that. It was the best weekend ever. Shout out to Hannah Berner and Sarah Huntington. Sarah hosted. I featured for the first time ever, which is like doing like 20 plus minutes. And Hannah headlined, and she was so good. The crowd was so fire. And that means like the crowd was like, it was just the perfect mix. Everybody's having a good time. Like it just felt great, honestly. And the green room vibe was the best. Usually when you like open for a headliner, you don't know how the headliner's gonna be, because some of them are like actually famous as fuck, and you're like, can I even talk to them? Like I'm on the show, but I don't think that I am allowed to talk to them. It's like weird. But Hannah was super cool. It literally felt like she was one of my cousins or something. I was just like, we were just chilling. Everything was funny. Right when I went in the green room, and like, she was like, what's up? What the fuck? I was like, what's good? And I said like one more thing, and she's like, why do you sound like an assistant football coach? And that's when I knew the weekend was going to be lit. She's like, yo, we should do some TikToks. I was like, okay, this is perfect. Sarah was dope too. I don't know, we like went out and stuff. It was so crazy. Nobody like wants to do anything, and Hannah was like, yeah, let's get a drink. And then we ended up going to like this crazy fucking like Cirque du Soleil show like at a nightclub. It was just like, we were like, I don't know about a club, like sounds a little too much. 10 minutes later it was like, but yeah, it was okay. Best night of my life. No, it was fun. Shout out to Hannah. Check her out you guys probably follow her on Instagram, but she's got shows coming up everywhere. Check it out. And we actually did a podcast too that's going to come out on Patreon. Exclusive. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk. What's good though? Dude, I went to work yesterday and like okay. I told you guys like a couple weeks ago or last week or something that I can't stop eating food at the restaurant I work at, and it didn't used to be like that at all. Like I used to be like, I'm not touching anything ill. And now I'm like, is anybody eating that hush puppy? It's like rolling around on the ground. I'm like, whose is that? Okay, so I get shrimp every day. Like I just get shrimp every day because we have like po' boys and shit at work. How funny that sandwich is called a fucking po' boy. First time I saw that, I was like, no fucking way. Yeah, the po' boy. I'm like, dude, that's the cutest goddamn name for a stupid sandwich.
Hi, po' boy.
Is that my nickname? Just gave himself a nickname. You can always tell people who gave themselves a nickname because it's like way too cool. Yeah, they call me Head Buster. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. No, they don't. You do. I don't know, but I got a bunch of fucking shrimp the other day at work because I do every day. I just get shrimp because I'm like, fuck it. I ate that shrimp. Somebody's like, bro, you got like a bug bite on your neck. And I was like, really? What the fuck? No way. I looked in the mirror like 2 seconds later. My face is puffy as shit. I had hives all over my face. Rough fucking day. I don't even know what. Like, I didn't say one thing funny the whole day. You ever have one of those days where you're just like you have opportunities to say stuff funny, but you just can't think of it? You're just like, I don't know. Like, the funniest thing I said all day was like, yeah, right back at you. Dude, I was so lame yesterday. You ever feel so lame you can't do anything about it? And I almost apologized to all my like co-workers and shit. I was like, sorry, I don't know what to say to any of you guys. Can you just not talk to me for the whole day? You ever just want to say, I wish, dude. Don't talk to me for the whole day, pass. You just hand them out to everybody. Like, there were people I knew that came in the restaurant that I knew, and I was avoiding them because I was like, I just don't even want to. I just don't even want to, like, even do it, you know? They could have said absolutely nothing to me and just been like, what's going on? Nothing, not too much. Like that thing. The thing that guys always do. Hey, how you doing? Pretty good. You? Not too bad. All right, have a good one. Hey, you too. See you soon. All right. They just go for like fucking 2 hours, man. Guys, dude, that's in a guy's DNA when he's born. What were his first words?
Hey, how you doing? Not bad. How about you? Pretty good. Yourself?
Dude, it's always like at that level of like, they're always like kind of yelling. I swear to God, my fucking dad, I would walk around, we'd take walks all the time. Jesus fucking Christ, man. My dad, that's the only thing my dad ever said to me growing up. Want to take a walk, B? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit, but me and my dad would take a fucking walk and just, I don't even know what we'd talk about. Low-key, half the time we'd just play, dude, this is my favorite game to play ever, States and Capitals. We'd play that fucking game, bro, non-stop. Like, we'd be talking about something, he'd, like, tell me about, like, a fucking, like, one of his quarterbacks or some shit, something he did at practice. And then after the story, I'd be like, hey. He'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, Connecticut.
That shit goes so hard, I swear to God.
But if you vibe with or if like you're hanging out with somebody that has States and Capitals vibe, and you like start going, like it's pretty dope. Like you see, that's so nerdy to say. It's pretty fucking dope, dude. Yeah, my friend Kevin, like that's all we do at work is we're just like Mississippi. But that's all we would do on fucking walks. And we'd talk about that shit, States, and we'd just do that shit. And then all of a sudden, another fucking guy would walk on the other sidewalk. And my dad would be like, hey, how's it going? He'd be like, not bad, you? And my dad would be like, not too bad, yourself? And he'd be like, not bad, you? And my dad would be like, not too bad, yourself? I swear, they'd do that for 45 fucking minutes. But they wouldn't stop walking. They'd just be yelling at each other across the fucking neighborhood. Not too bad, you? How you doing? Pretty good, yourself? Not too bad, you? And it, like, the conversation never went anywhere. I was just like, why'd you guys even fucking talk to each other to begin with? You didn't say anything. Rhode Island. Oh, shit. But, like, I couldn't talk to anybody yesterday. It was so weird. How do you get out of that? You know, when you're in one of those moods where you're just like, I don't give a fuck about anybody. I don't want to say shit. Like, it could have been like my, like, role model walks into the door. Fucking Mike Allstott walks into the restaurant. I would have been like, I'm good. Mike Allstott. Dude, no, Mark McGuire walks in. Actually, if Mark McGuire walked in, I'd run up to him and fucking, I would give him a hug like a kid, and I'd just hug his thigh. Big Mac's thigh. He'd know exactly what was going on. He'd probably fucking give me a piece of fucking gum or whatever he always chewed. There you go, Sonny. I'm fucking 30. If Mark McGuire's anywhere, that's how you fix that mood. You just fucking got to talk to Mark McGuire. Got him. Dude, nobody's legs. I'm just nobody's legs, you know? No one's legs have ever looked like that. That fucking batter's box, like imagine seeing that when you're a pitcher. And you're just like, you know those pitchers were just like, fuck. If I was on the other team and saw Mark McGuire hit a home run, I would fucking dap him up. Give me some love, bro. Anyway, what were we talking about? I'm having him on one day. I am. That's my goal for this podcast, to have Mark McGuire on and just talk about the dumbest fucking shit. Nothing about baseball. Just like, hey, did you ever hit a ball so hard that like the fucking seams came undone and all that stuff? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, that's hey, have you ever did you actually like Big Macs? Or and he's like, nah, not really. I'm like, oh. All right, bye. Oh shit. All right, yo. Let's go viral. Viral. But first, hold up. This podcast is presented by Wave One Media. If you want to start your own show, visit thewave1.com. All right, here we go. Hashtag things I'm too lazy to do. Getting ready before bed syndrome. I can't do it. Dude, I've had contacts for fucking 20 years. 20 years contacts, me. I've had contacts for 20 years. I still forget to take those bitches out. I didn't want to, like, I was so over it one time. I just took my contacts out of my eyes and threw them on the fucking carpet. I was like, God damn, I change these things every fucking 5 years anyway. The eye doctor's like, you need to switch out your contacts to a new pair, a brand new pair, every 2 weeks. 2 weeks, maybe every fucking 4 years. I change my contacts like when there's like a special event coming up. Jesus Christ. Like a life-changing event. I'm like, oh God, it's Christmas? I'm like, oh my God, we're going to Cedar Point? I'm going to have to see some shit for this. One of my friends growing up, his brother was like cool, you know? You know, you like go over to your friend's house when you're a kid and they got an older brother. It's like 2 or 3 years older than you. And you're like, damn, that guy's so fucking cool. He's like athletic and shit. Like had a girlfriend. We were like, oh, she's so hot, dude. Oh my God. Dude, he told me that after you take your contacts out, you're supposed to eat them. And I thought he was so cool. I did that shit for 2 years. I was just eating my fucking AccuView lenses for 2 years because I was like, yeah, he does it. And he's like big and strong and funny and has a girlfriend and shit. So I'm doing it too. Look at his results. Hashtag self-care in 5 words. Hashtag self-care in 5 words. Self-care. The most self-care thing. Every time I'm fucked up, like, I just don't know. Nothing's going right. All I gotta do is clean the inside of my car. And I'm like, okay. I always just have a bunch of clothes in my car that I don't fucking wear. There's 4 piles of clothes in the back of my trunk right now. There's like Garen Catholic football coaching polos and shit. I'm like, what am I doing? I need to clean my car. But every time they clean your car out, they like do it, but they don't do it, you know? Dude, I go to this car wash and they spray, like they pre-spray your car. But it's just like when you have like one of those fucking guns that you put on a hose, you know, when you're a kid. That shit was fire when you were a kid. But it's like one of those at the car wash and they like pre-spray your car, probably to like get it a little fucking loose or whatever. I don't know why. And then you go through the car wash. But at this car wash, they spray they spray the left side of your car. Dude, my OCD is not going to let me just fucking go in this car wash with one side of my car sprayed. So I rolled down the window like while he was spraying and he's like, window up! I was like, can you do the other side? And he like rolled his eyes. I was like, where am I? Like, is there some rule that's like, oh, nuh-uh. You get the right side of your car pre-sprayed, you go to fucking prison. Like, how am I? What? And we go through the car wash. Then when you get through the car wash, they they wave you to like clean the inside, you know? And they're like so adamant about it. Like I'm breaking 5 laws as I exit the car wash. I'm like, just let me get, because my dad used to do this thing in car washes. It was so fucking annoying, honestly. And now I do it because I'm my dad. But okay, so you used to go through the whole car wash and then it'd get to the end where like the dryers are like going in on your car, and he'd like wait. He'd like go through that part so fucking slow, barely crawling. And then like once the hood of his car, the lights on the hood of his car were like out of the car wash, he would go even slower. He'd be like, you got to get the back. Yeah, see, like I don't want the drips. I don't want the drips and the drops and you got to just, hey, this is how you got to, like he's always like coaching. This is how you hit the brake, pause, hit the brake, let it go a little bit, hit the brake. And then he's like, then you flick the wiper so it gets the water underneath. Watch here, just like so, just like that. There's like a 10-car pileup behind him in the car wash. Anyway, but yeah, those guys are like, come on. Pull up to them, and then they clean the inside of your car, but they like don't clean it, you know? I swear every time I go to a car wash now, I get out and do it with them. I swear, I like pull up, fucking put it in park, and I'm like, let's do this. Don't look in my trunk though. There's always, I like look at the guy who was cleaning my trunk. He has a Garen Catholic football coaching shirt on. I'm like, hey, I need that. Yeah, so I'm like the most annoying guy at a car wash ever. I like I'm just like, they probably see me and they're like, oh fuck. Anyway. #fake buffet facts. Fake. I love talking about buffets. I was raised at a buffet. I swear to God. It was so much fun to go into a buffet. Well, I was at like a deal too. Like my parents were always like, yeah, we can go. We're like, really? It must have been cheap as shit. I don't think we ever got drinks. I don't ever remember the part of paying at buffets. I was always like, I don't know. People never gave respect to the things like at the end, you know, the end of the buffet. It's like far left is like salad. It's like uncharted territory. You're like, whoa, nobody's ever been over here. It's like all clean and shit. No one's ever been there. There's like footprints everywhere. There's like one by the salad. I swear. And then far as fuck right is dessert. And you're like they got to put that weird beef cutting light hot lamp thing in the middle. I've never got that. I was like, this part is weird. That red hot lamp. Every time I see that red hot lamp, I'm like, okay. It's always roast beef. I'm like, can we have like a mainstream thing? I don't know, steak? Like if we're going to do it, like steak, it's always like some weird, I'm like that? But, yeah, buffets. The salad is fire. They always had some weird toppings for the salad. Something weird. Oh, like the Jell-O cubes. I was always like, who like made that a thing? Oh yeah, fresh iceberg lettuce. Some spinach. Oh yeah, yeah, some sliced tomatoes fresh. Maybe some onions too, that'd be great. Oh yeah, and you know what? Maybe, sprinkle some bacon on there just for a little kick. And then you know what? Jello cubes. And then eggs too. I'm like, who's the fucking psycho that was just like, put eggs and Jello on there? The fucking Golden Corral people were like, okay, let's just do what he says before he fucking, yeah, okay. Hashtag, it's so weird to move on from that. Hashtag, if all men disappeared for a day. Wow. Every time guys see each other, they like just have to be like, what's going on? You know, they can't like when girls see each other, they're just like, they kind of look at each other and don't say shit. They're just like, bitch, you know, in their head. Like they don't say shit. They're just like, who the fuck? You know, they just like whisper to like their friends close by and shit. When guys see each other, it's just like, oh, hey, couldn't resist to go back for one more. Guys always just say shit. But if like a girl walked by a table of girls, no one would even, they'd like side-eye each other and like go back to what they're doing. There'd be no conversation. Girls are like, I can't stand that bitch. There'd be no wheeze laughs. If all men disappeared for a day, there'd be no like, there'd be none of that. And that's the best laugh. Somebody that just laughs like that, you're like, fuck, man, follow me around. Let's do days. Wednesday, National Presidential Joke Day. Dude, for some reason I just tune out when someone's making fun of Trump. I'm just like, I don't know. I like think it's funny, but at the same time I'm like, I just can't. Anything ever like so government-y and like historical and shit, I was like, God, it's so old. Even in like old movies, I'm like, if like, someone's like, let's watch a movie, and we turn the movie on and it's like a 1981 thing, I'm like, or when you want to watch a movie with somebody and like in the first 10 seconds you know whether or not you really want to watch, you're like, damn, 2 hours of this shit. Like, I committed to, and like they're like looking at you, making sure you're watching. I'm like, is this a hostage situation? That needs to be a rule going forward. Like, everybody has to agree on the movie, then we watch. Because if I'm like in the middle and then we turn it on and there's like an old car that I see, I'm like, fuck! I gotta go. I gotta pick somebody up from the airport. Friday, National Prosecco Day. I don't think I like wine unless it's like red and fucked up and dry. Whoever made the rule, like, glass of wine before you go to bed, do you just right. Keep you healthy. Keep your heart perfect condition. Like, what a cheat code. I can just drink this beautiful glass of wine before bed. Then I end up drinking 2 bottles and I'm like, oh, I love you so. And I'm like, it's like my excuse every time I drink wine. I'm like, it's good for my heart. 2 bottles later. It's like saying eating 1 slice of pizza will keep your, like, yeah, eating one stuffed crust cheese slice of pizza, keep your mind crisp and focused. Like, you don't think I'm going to eat the whole fucking pizza? Like, this is a trick. Friday's the first Friday the 13th of the year. Everybody always makes a big deal about that. It's Friday the 13th! That's why! Like, no. That's not why you got a parking ticket. You just a fucking idiot. It's Friday the 13th! It's Friday the 13th! fucking broke in my house and fucking stole my shit because of Friday the 13th. Yeah, my car wouldn't start and I was late, and fucking then this fucking guy asked me for money and scared the shit out of me because of Friday the 13th. Oh my god, are you okay? No, because it's Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. This year I'm gonna get like struck by lightning. Oh my god, how'd he die? Because it's Friday the 13th. Now that I'm cursed, Friday the 13th. Saturday. National VJ Day. I hated those people that were like, "Who, you know what a ZJ is? Did you get a ZJ?" In school, that was like one of those things. Bro, did you get a ZJ? I'm like, what's a ZJ? He's like, if you don't know, you've never had one. And I go home immediately. I'm like, what's a ZJ? Tell me. Sunday. National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. Desserts that aren't chocolate with peanut butter. I'm like, I'm okay on that, actually. I'm such a fucking, like... Wow. I'm such a... Oh, shit, that looks good. Any pie with that, like, whippy fucking kind of burnt top. I don't care what's in that bitch. It could be a fucking pile of crickets underneath. I'd be like, I have a very nice, it's rich and creamy. The first sound effect on YouTube ever. Yeah, I brought the pie. I brought the pie over. Whipped creamy top, fucking beautiful crust. Oh, let me see it. You know when you're like slicing pie for somebody and you like get one like it fucking flips over and shit, and there's always a guy that's like, I'll take that one. That guy's so weird, and that guy's me. I'll take that one. It's all fucked up and weird and like all in different pieces and sections, and it doesn't even look like a triangle anymore. He's just like, ugh, good, that one looks good. Oh, shit. But when it's pizza and it's like not, dude, if it doesn't come to the point, like if the pizza doesn't have a point. One time somebody sliced pizza and I swear to God, it was like a triangle, 2 points like out wide, and it went to like the center point in the middle, but it was like rounded. I was like, I don't even want pizza anymore. But there's pie for dessert and it's all fucked up, and I'm like, I'll take that one. Holy shit, dude. All right. Shout 171. Espresso Podcast with 𝗀𝗵cie. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it, guys, for real. This pod's coming around. Keep telling the homies. Keep telling the homegirls. Keep following on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo, YouTube. All that 𝗀𝗵cie. Thank you guys so much. I'll have like comedy dates and stuff in the description. Okay, talk to you next week. IFM.